Welcome back, dear listeners, to our 7th episode of Erin Isn't the Funny One. I, of course, am your co-host, Jack Douglas, and unfortunately joining me, as always, is my wife.
Hi, I'm Erin. I got swindled into another episode somehow. I really have got to stop signing up for those emails, you know? They just...
It's a problem. You can't say yes to everything, especially those sketchy ones. There's a reason they're in your spam folder. You don't have to keep reopening your spam folder.
But they're there.
I know, honey. I know everything seems like a party invite, especially the ones that ask for your bank account info.
There is somebody in the world that is in need of my money, and I'd rather
Lots of people.
I would rather give it to them than to keep it.
You're so selfless. What a hero.
He was a prince. He was in jail. I needed to get him out.
Can we give it up for Erin for being a damn hero? Thanks so much. Oh, look at that. We have a studio audience. Our 7th episode. Lucky number 11. 7th heaven.
Why would you... What?
11th heaven.
What? It sounds like you're like... When you say Slevin, while I know that you're referencing a movie title... It does sound as though you're referring to some type of like biblical curse. Lucky number 11.
And on the 11th day, he smote the town with slevens.
Yeah.
I love my Bible.
I would prefer that we keep our 7th episode on the lucky side of things.
Boring.
Okay, chaotic evil. All right.
Someone has to be.
You can like keep that to yourself.
What should I say? Like, yeah, honey, great idea. No, it's boring.
You're boring.
Lucky number 11. Go. So it's our 7th episode. Does it feel like our 7th episode to you? Does it feel like more? Does it feel like fewer? Or does it feel just right?
That's actually an interesting question. It does and it does not. Mm-hmm. This is a very new venture for us.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I feel as though we're already getting into a routine of sorts.
I do too. And I like it.
Yeah, and we're having a lot of fun. We actually literally, at least I don't know, I have no idea, downloads, streams, whatever, I have no clue. And it makes it that much more fun because there's no pressure added. And so I don't know, I can't speak for you because we have never talked about this, but I have had so much fun just getting creative for once. This is very outside of some things that I do on a normal, regular basis as somebody with a regular job in a regular kind of corporate world.
You don't normally get to flex your creative muscles.
I don't usually get to do this. No. I don't get to write horoscopes and I don't get to do that stuff.
It's a fun little writing exercise, right?
The whole thing is very fun. Planning it, planning surprises, planning like, okay, what could we do next? So it's interesting how quickly I've already gotten into like a routine of like thinking that this is a fun exercise. Also, I have to tell you, the people that reach out to me on Twitter that like will like tweet at me or whatever, and they'll either like, hey, it's actually funny. They'll tweet at me and like say like either feedback or commentary on like stuff that we talked about on the podcast. I love that. I love it so much.
Because you're a part of it. You actually get like a voice in that.
Yeah. Earlier today, somebody had been listening and they were like, hey, I heard you have a rat problem. I have this literal giant dinosaur lizard thing. I'll rent him to you for $50. And I was like, oh, little did you know that the rats that live at my house caused $14,000 in car damage this past winter, and my car was in the shop for 2 months. And also I've bought harm-free cages and I've paid for the gas to drive those rats 6 miles away from my house to catch and release them. And like, you have no idea how much money I have spent on these rats. And you're going to rent that to me for $50 an hour? That sounds like a damn good deal. Anyway, wow, I digress. So I love interacting with people on Twitter. Somebody also asked me, they were like, do you have a bot working for you? Because you like every tweet that somebody mentions you in. And I'm like, no. I just like
all you
to feel like I am somehow interacting with somebody and saying like, hey, I see you. I like this. It made me smile. Thank you for tweeting at me. Like,
sorry for interacting with positive feedback.
I'm sorry.
What a concept.
I'm having fun. Honestly, though, it literally feels like I am still kind of like a noob a little on Twitter. And like, so I'm not savvy and I'm not used to people interacting with me on Twitter still. And so I love it when people interact with me. I think it's so much fun. So anyway, needless to say, I have had a blast so far. So it has felt like, yes, we have just begun. Right. In that this is our 7th episode.
Still in single digits.
7,000 bajillion.
That's right.
But
here's hoping.
I also think it has felt like a lot longer because we've covered a lot of ground already. In like the first month, there was like a fat shaming incident. Like
a lot happened.
I could have, predicted that maybe in like the 2nd year.
Well into the lifespan of such a podcast.
Right.
Sure.
So
boom, surprise.
It feels like, a short period of time, but at the same time, I'm like, wow, we've really covered a lot of ground already. And I've been having a ton of fun. So needless to say, shameless. I'm not even plugging my Twitter because I don't care if you follow me.
No, it's shameless.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't care if people follow me. I'm not there for like clout. I just
plug your Twitter, baby.
Please,
let the world know.
Like, if you want to talk about what we talked about on the podcast and, like, I don't know, have a conversation or something, or just get me to like your tweet.
She'll do it. She will do it.
Find me on Twitter. 2 toes up, the number 2 toes up.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, you are very good with the Twitter interaction, I will say.
I'm not that good just because, like, there are days where I'll have, like, a really long day at work and I won't go on Twitter at all. Or I'll want to, like, comment back to somebody or something and I'll want it to be, like, heartfelt. But then I get all up in my head about, like, is that the right response?
Totally.
How do I
respond? Those responses.
I totally overthink some responses.
Well, that's a real thing.
And so then I'll end up, like, just delaying it for days, weeks, eternity.
It doesn't get done.
It doesn't get done because I just then avoid, like, it's not even confrontation.
It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, it's not even like confrontation. It's just like, I don't want to mince words or like say something wrong. So anyway, I'm not that good at it, basically.
Well, I think you're highly interactive. So here's the thing. Gosh, I'm
famished after all of that talking.
I'm really enjoying this wine we're having, but you have a different opinion.
I do.
So let's talk about that.
Jack, why don't you tell us what is the wine of the week?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently drinking a bottle of Chardonnay, not just any bottle of Chardonnay. No, Stag's Leap Chardonnay, 2019 from Napa Valley, the Napa Valley.
And Jack, when you smell and taste this Chardonnay, could you
doing right now?
Could you just give us your thoughts? What are you smelling? What are you tasting?
It smells rich. It smells oaky. It smells...
Rich as in decadent or rich as in full of money?
It smells like I would be drinking this in a very dark restaurant.
Oh, okay. Very specific.
That setting is precisely where I can see myself drinking a Chardonnay such as this.
By dark restaurant, you mean you can't see it all?
Dimly lit, yes.
Okay, because you do suffer from face blindness.
We have no proof of that. I don't know. We have no proof of that. Okay.
We do, though. We covered that ground. Talk about ground that we've covered. Man, oh, man.
That was years ago. What the hell are you talking about?
Now, let me tell you guys what I smell when I smell and taste this wine.
Please.
Oh, my God. I would let it sit for like the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because the first time I smelled it, I was like, woo, that can't be right. That can't be right.
The term she used was skunked.
It smells full on like I just shoved my head into a lawnmower. It smells like soil and grass and...
It doesn't though at all.
It smells like weird nature, man. It smells like probably what it smells like in a caterpillar's chrysalis. It's like...
Wow.
It's not...
Talk about specific.
It smells like nature and weirdness.
The caterpillar's chrysalis.
Yeah, it smells like nature and weirdness.
I disagree. I think it smells like a really good, expensive wine.
Here's what I think.
In a dark restaurant.
We've had Stag's Leap wine before. Before I slander their name.
Oh yeah, we got it. Come on, you got to build them up.
I guess what I am of the. Here's my thesis for the week. I think that maybe we just got a bad bottle. It happens to the best of them.
It sure does.
And Jack loves the wine, which just further proves my
I'm gonna have your glass.
My initial conclusion that Jack suffers from taste and smell blindness.
If I did, why did I nail that wine test?
Yes. So I should have given you this one. But anyway.
No, I would be able to tell you it's a very fancy Chardonnay that should be served in dark restaurants.
But basically, if you sign up for my Patreon, we will raise enough money to cut off Jack Films' nose and cut off his tongue as well.
Install a new one?
He does not deserve them, and they need to be given to a more loving and grateful home.
Are you giving me upgrades?
No, you don't get anything in return. You're abusing them, and they're useless to you, so we're going to give them to a better home.
Here's the deal. You went in a very dark and gruesome direction with the Patreon
Okay, that's subjective.
joke. I thought you were going somewhere totally different. That's not as fact. I thought you were going along the lines of like, guys, if you subscribe to my Patreon, or if you join my Patreon, you'll get to watch and listen to me taste and judge wines, which I'm sure is the thing. I'm sure I'm sure there's already.
Nobody would subscribe to that. They want to see us cut off your nose and tongue.
I disagree. I think there's a ludicrous amount of money to be made from someone like yourself doing nothing at all but recording herself tasting, smelling wines. I hate to say it. Some people will get something out of it.
I have no credentials. There's nothing to trust. I have no resume.
I've said, this is so wrong. I've said over and over again that you really do have a gift for describing notes, describing tastes. I can't do it. I'm the fat rat in Ratatouille that's like, yeah, it's cheese. And you're Patton Oswalt, and you're going, no, don't you see? When you combine,
That movie's overrated.
I kind of agree. People are like, it's the best Pixar
No,
film.
it's not.
I'm not agreeing with them. I'm quoting those people. They think it's the best Pixar.
How dare they?
A lot of people think Ratatouille is the best Pixar film.
Have they not seen Coco?
Like, here's the deal. You guys think Ratatouille is the best Pixar film when there's literally a line where Remy says, someone asks, like, where are you going? Because he's walking away. And Remy says, with luck, forward. That is the dumbest fucking shit. And that's your favorite Pixar movie? Get bent. You're wrong. That's all. Anywho, long story short, please make that Patreon, honey, where you taste test wines on video.
Dude, next time I feed you...
You will make $50,000 a month.
Yeah, no. What we're going to do on Patreon is we're going to give you more blind taste tests, except I'm going to give you toilet water.
Okay.
And then I'm going to give you Clorox.
Nice.
And then I'm going to give you the stuff that's inside of like glow sticks.
Yeah.
And then I'm going
Sounds delicious.
I'm going to give you some Anthrax.
Oh, do they still have that? Do they still make that?
And then I'm going to give you some Skittles. And then I'm going to give you some curdled milk, and you have to tell me if it's curdled or not.
I'm no stranger to that. I do Irish Slammers. I know all about curdling. If this podcast lasts until St. Patty's Day next year.
Why would it not? Even if Wood Elf wants to get rid of us, I'm still doing it. I'm producing this shit. Will, I will hire you. I will hire you to edit our shit. Let me know your like wages, okay? I will hire you ad hoc as like, what do they call that? Like a contractor.
Yeah, independent contractor.
Will, you let me know, all right? I'm going to hire you. Like, if this still goes until, why would it not?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, for St. Patty's Day, we should forego our tradition of wine a week.
We'll drink like Guinnesses
We'll drink Guinnesses.
And Baileys.
We'll do an Irish Slammer.
And we'll make Irish potatoes that aren't actually Irish potatoes at all. They're like a Philadelphia delicacy where you take cream cheese and coconut and like powdered sugar and you just like roll that shit up into a ball and then you dip it in cinnamon. And so it's like a little browned cream cheese, coconut, powdered sugar ball. And I don't even know. I don't even know where it came from. Like, where did somebody say like, oh, this is an Irish potato?
Right.
Oh, I'm from Philadelphia. My grandparents, they emigrated from Ireland in 1847. I don't know.
47.
But here's some cream cheese and coconut. Oh,
it's an Irish delicacy.
Oh, the land of Erin. It's full of
the land of Erin. Oh, that's right.
The land of Erin. It's full of coconuts.
That was
we just
good.
Love our coconuts.
I love that I married an Irish wife.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be the St. Patty's Day special. So anywho, that's Stag's Leap.
In conclusion, sign up for my Patreon. And one, if you are a level 11 patron, we will cut off Jack Films' nose and tongue and donate it to a worthy party.
No.
And also, if you are a level 2 patron, you will get more taste tests and smell tests. And if you are a level 1 patron, you will get pictures of my toenails.
I was just going to say, like, with a name with 2 toes up, like, you kind of have to live up to that.
Yeah.
Feet pics are part of the job.
Feet pics are the deal. Yeah. That's what...
Thank you, honey. Come on. Work.
Listen, I was thinking about this the other day. As a girl boss, corporate working lady, if I were in a Hallmark movie, I'd be too busy to go see my family on Christmas, you know?
Always. Of course. Do I know? Yeah.
But is selling my feet pics beneath me? Does that disgrace me at all? And I thought to myself, I don't think so. I think that actually levels me up. I'm monetizing
your body.
My body. I'm monetizing and something that I don't think anybody, well, people could feet shame if they wanted to.
Oh, absolutely.
But you know what? I'm confident enough in my feet. I think I've got gorgeous feet.
They're okay.
Something I've never felt validated by you.
I mean, feet's feet. I'm not going to be like,
no, I have good toes.
What wondrous feet.
My second toe is shorter than the top toe by a perfect amount, and the third toe is shorter than the second toe.
By some would say the golden ratio.
Yeah, I have a perfect decline.
You have a Fibonacci sequence in toe length.
It is, yes. People get surgery for feet that look like mine.
That's such a waste. And such a fucking waste.
So all I'm saying... All I'm saying is that it would not be beneath me to sell feet pics. In fact, I'm very proud of my feet pics. And I think it'd be rather girl boss of me to sell feet pics. Let me know if you want to subscribe to my Patreon and get feet pics. Let me know, and I'll start one up maybe, sort of, kind of.
You mentioned Christmas and Hallmark and Girlboss, which is funny because this year I'm making a Christmas movie called A Very Girlboss Christmas. I was wondering if you wanted to be a part of that. Maybe play the lead.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's all. I just needed verbal consent. We're set.
I actually have this. I was talking to Jack about this earlier, where I'm thinking that because I don't want people to comment on the size of my body, but I'm like, we should do promotions for our podcast or whatever. I was thinking I could start dressing in trash bags so nobody can see my body.
That way hidden behind the trash bags.
They can't comment on it because it's hidden. Or I get one of those, you know those like Halloween costumes that have like a built-in motor?
Oh my God, the inflatable.
Yeah, they're inflatable. Like you're like I don't know. But
I mean, I'm just defaulting to like the sumo, that's the classic.
I was thinking that I could buy one of those and wear one of those in our promo videos. That way nobody knows what my body looks like, thus they can't comment on it.
They can't call you fat because they're like, you don't know what they look like under the thing.
You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
It's kind of brilliant. It's also kind of stupid. It's somewhere right in the middle.
I think I could alternate between the trash bags and
the inflatable
motor costume. Yeah.
Just make sure we're not recording any sound when we're using the costume with the fucking motor in it.
Well, that could be the funny part, is that the motor's running the whole time.
It could. We'll have to workshop it.
Oh, you know how like when you were a kid and you put in a clothespin and a playing card on your bike?
Yeah.
We could like figure out a way to put like a clothespin and a playing card. That way the motor doesn't sound like and it sounds like and it makes it like cool.
I don't know if it works like that.
I think it does. All
right, I'll let you figure out.
I'm an engineer.
The clothespin playing card angle.
Yeah. Okay.
A girl boss Christmas.
I'm so in. So long as I can wear my costumes.
Obviously.
Can I also be the costume designer?
Yeah, of course.
Can you wear a trash bag too?
Do I have to?
Oh my God, that'd be so funny though. If we like nobody.
Am I the love interest?
Wait, here's the funny part: is that nobody addresses the fact that we're wearing trash bags.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
We just don't
it's never
talk
brought
about
up. Right. That's my favorite kind of comedy. That's literally, honestly, I will say this. Honey. One of my like bucket list items, one of my dreams was like, if I ever did like direct actual feature length films, I always wanted to make a comedy that was totally played straight. Like it was basically like a drama or like a rom-com without the com, but like the jokes were in the background, or like someone was doing something weird and it was never addressed, or like an extra was in the background doing something fucking weird that's never addressed, and the movie's just played totally straight. That's one of the things I've always wanted to do. So I feel like this is a good start.
I also just had a great idea for Girlboss Christmas.
I'm listening.
Is that we make like a Nightmare Before Christmas scene, sort of, and we just walk around like ghosts with sheets over our heads. And that way they can't see our bodies then either. And nobody addresses the fact that there's just like ghosts like in the plot. Like
I'm in it.
And you just like behave like you're like, what's wrong? What's wrong with this? Merry Christmas.
It's never addressed.
Oh my God.
Coming to your mobile phones this holiday season.
Imagine, like, here's the scene. Picture this, everybody.
Yeah.
We're inside a warm, loving, glowing living room with a Christmas tree and all these holiday lights. and you can feel
The warmth.
and just love emanating from the
Sure.
scene.
I'm there.
And we got on the door, and oh, Erin's here. She's the big girl boss from the big city.
Right.
She's here for Christmas, and I'm dressed as a ghost, and like I have like a sheet over my head with like eye holes cut out, and it's just like, hi. Oh
Right,
my
they never
gosh,
bring it
and
up.
like we never fucking
There's
talk
happier
about it. We
home
just
for
never talk
Christmas.
about it. Yeah.
I think there's something to be said there. Gotta be so fucking weird. Let's do it.
Anyway, super excited for that. This will be my first acting gig. Can't wait to get an IMDb profile.
There you go. Yeah, this is it.
So thank you for hiring me.
This is how you get verified, honey.
Guys, this is why you need to write a cover letter when applying for jobs. I wrote a 10-page cover letter to Jack Film here, campaigning for my role as Ghost Erin on this year's upcoming Christmas holiday hit.
Right.
Girlboss from the big city comes home for Christmas too.
You got to fight for this role. You got to fight hard.
Oh, it was so weird when I showed up to casting, and I walked into this building, and I just enter this hallway, and it's literally just all of these girls that look just like me wearing sheets over their heads like ghosts.
The casting process is so intimidating.
It is so crazy.
The auditioning process, I should say.
I was like, oh my God, you have my exact eyes. That is so weird.
Uncanny.
Uncanny. Oh my God. We're like the same height almost. Wow. This is just wild. Holly weird, am I right?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. Did you watch today's Jackass?
No.
One of the questions was, what's something you say unironically? And one of the things I answered was, more like Holly weird, am I right? Literally the video that went up today.
Guys, it's finally happened. It's sunk in after 8
I'm so happy.
years.
Oh, can you hear the smile on my face, listeners? I'm so happy.
Damn it.
That she finally said, my signature catchphrase, more like Holly weird, am I right? So that's Stag's Leap. That's our wine of the week.
I'm sorry I slandered its name, but I say we try again. We buy it from a different retailer.
I think it's great.
No, dude, that shit tastes funky. It's like not good.
Couldn't disagree more.
No bueno.
Dark restaurant wine. So that's Stag's Leap. That's our wine of the week.
I'm going to do it again. We're going to do it again.
Okay.
We're going to try Stag's Leap again. We're going to give it another try.
I would love to.
Because I am convinced that something happened with this bottle, and it's not right. It's not okay. And it deserves justice. Okay? So
We're here, honey.
We're going to do Stag's Leap again. I'm not sure when, but we're going to try it again before I slander its name for good. In the meantime, Jack's Films, enjoy your swamp wine, because that's what it tastes like, swamp wine.
I plan to. I intend to.
Okay. Donkey.
Get out of my swamp, donkey.
If Shrek enjoyed wine, this is the wine he would like.
That's such an egregious,
He takes
inaccurate.
mud baths. This is like straight out of the mud bath.
Listeners, she is exaggerating to
not.
a gross degree.
I'm not.
This is some of the finest wine I've tasted in days.
One time there was a skunk that lived under our house.
Oh my God, there was.
And at one point there was like a creature that like scared it or something under the house, and it like spewed its stuff under the house, and the entire house emanated and smelled like skunk fluids. Like, it was insane. I've never smelled anything that like strong in my life. This is worse smelling than that.
You have the smelling sense of a dog.
No, I don't. And also that's insulting.
It's not. I just don't smell it at all.
Because you have scent blindness. What is it? What did we call it again?
Nothing, because
smell
I don't.
blind. You have smell blindness.
Then why do I know my shards from my others?
I already told you that I need to go back to my lab and do more research, and I will die on the hill.
And you didn't, did you? Because you're lazy.
Not yet. We're on episode 7, Jack.
Siete.
Yeah, we're on episode 7. We have plenty of time. We have
heaven.
millennia to go.
Don't.
Okay? Universes to go.
We do. Oh, speaking of universes, I watched a video all about black holes today that I think would have broken you. Just the sheer size of these ultra massive black holes.
Are you making fun of me? because I cried that one time when you were talking to me about
I think
space.
I think it would make you cry again because they're just we can't fathom how big they are.
And yet Jeffrey Bezos still exists. I'm convinced we already fell into a black hole.
Comparing apples and oranges.
I am convinced we already fell into a black hole and like it's hell, and that's why people like Jeffrey Bezos exist. Yeah.
That's a fun take.
Did you know? I think I read. Okay, hold on. Let me fact check this before I say it out loud.
Please.
Okay, I take it back. I was going to say
I
read recently that Jeffrey Bezos was the only billionaire that was not a part of the Giving Pledge, which is like, I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a pledge that these billionaires have like committed to donating.
Bettering the world or something?
Yeah, they've committed to donating a majority of their wealth to causes. And I read the other day that Jeffrey Bezos was the only billionaire that was not part of the Giving Pledge.
And that's no longer true?
Well, so according to this, it does say that there are some levels of philanthropy. And
we've discussed our correlation between outer space and capitalism, right? Like this is something we discussed on the podcast.
You tried to humiliate me by saying that you were talking to me about space.
I just want to make sure our listeners know like what's happening right now.
Instead of enjoying space for what it is, I used it as a form of symbolism in my brain.
Right. For the evils of capitalism.
Yeah. I just, it felt very existential to me.
But the video is crazy, so I can't wait to show it to you.
I can't wait to see it.
Black holes are big, man. This podcast is sponsored by Upstart. If you're carrying a credit card balance month after month, it can feel like you're in a never-ending cycle of debt. Upstart can help you make that final payment so you can get ahead.
Upstart is the fast and easy way to pay off your debt with a personal loan, all online.
Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 500,000 people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment.
With a 5-minute online rate check, you can see your rate up front for loans between $1,000 to $50,000.
You can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan.
Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Erin, E-R-I-N. I can't tell you how many people I come across that don't know how to spell Erin.
I see a lot of A-R-E-N, E-R-E-N.
It's Irish. It means Ireland, E-R-I-N. Upstart.com/Erin.
Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Erin. Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. So, honey.
Yes.
I wanted to ask you something tonight. It's a bit of a quiz I've devised. And less of a quiz, more of like a creative quiz. It's more of like a series of essays. Here's what's going to happen tonight. Because you humiliated me so last week.
Okay, you humiliated yourself, for the record. I was just the proctor. You were the one taking the exam. I'm sorry.
If that's how you view it, so be it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the title of a Marvel movie, specifically a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. You have to give me the plot synopsis of that movie, and then I'll read you the 2 to 3 sentence summary that you would see on, like, you know, the back of the Blu-ray box or whatever, and we can compare and contrast your answer to the summary. And by the way, a good portion of these movies are movies you have seen before.
You don't know that.
But I do. I was with you in the theater.
I've only seen like one
Yeah, that's not even true. That's not even true.
Well, I fell asleep during the other one. Okay. I feel like I talk about how I fall asleep during movies a lot, but I actually don't fall asleep during movies a lot. I feel like it's just bad movies that I fall asleep during. So anyway, sure.
Yeah. Bad movies you fall asleep to. Hey guys, she fell asleep to The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Which is still considered the finest comic book movie ever made.
No, I fell asleep during The Dark Knight not once, not twice, but thrice.
Who does that?
Somebody that thinks that movie is overhyped and overrated. Okay?
It's a wonderful film.
It's clout chasing.
You're clout chasing.
You're clout chasing.
Just for that, I'm not going to sub to your Patreon or whatever.
What?
I'm not gonna buy your toe sucking.
Why
pics.
would you buy the Patreon when you get the toe pics for free?
Damn, you got me there, honey. Are you ready, honey, for the MCU quiz?
Oh, I'm ready. I am the readiest ready has ever readied, okay?
Do you want another sip of your skunk wine?
No. Ugh.
I'll take a sip of your skunk wine then, since you're all stingy about it.
Yeah.
For your first question.
Yeah.
Of the MCU quiz.
I bet you I remember more than you think I do.
Sure. From the distant year of 2008, Iron Man.
Oh, I thought you were going to hand me something.
No.
Oh.
She reached for my... I'm reading all these from my phone. She reached for my phone. Like, let me see that. No.
Shut up. Okay. Iron Man. Iron Man.
Uh-huh.
Starring Robert Downey Jr.
That is correct.
Who is a national treasure and somebody that we should all worship?
If you say so.
Is a spoiled man who has benefited from nepotism.
Okay.
And is now the head of Stark Industries. Because of his man-childness,
This is pretty good so far.
he do be fucking with creating experimental shit and creates this crazy weird like iron heart thing that makes him kind of invincible so long as that iron heart thing doesn't die. And then there's a bad guy and he kills the bad guy. Also, Gwyneth Paltrow is an horrible actress.
Oh, wow.
Ta-da!
Okay.
I remember more of Iron Man than you give me credit for.
Do you remember who plays the bad guy in Iron Man? The main bad guy.
Samuel L. Jackson. Is that right?
It is not right.
Okay, is he the good guy?
He is a good guy.
Damn it! Okay, hold on. Let me think. It's a white guy, right?
It is a white guy.
Was he in Avatar?
No.
Do I know him?
Yes.
Would you say he's A-list or B-list?
He's pretty A-list.
Was he in any other MCU movies?
No.
What is a Jack film version of an A-list celebrity?
Oh, wow. Okay. He's an A-list celebrity.
Is he in his 40s?
I would say older.
50s?
Yeah, 50s or so.
Bryan Cranston.
I'm just going to say it.
No! I want to keep guessing.
Okay. It's not Bryan Cranston. Decent guess.
Am I in the same vein?
I mean...
Give me his initials.
JB.
John?
Nope.
Jack?
Nope.
Jingleheimer?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about this.
Just let me know when you're ready to give up, and then I'll read you the plot synopsis.
Jimmy Smits. Jim?
No.
James.
No.
Jingleheimer.
My name?
Jeff Goldblum.
Not Jeff Goldblum.
Jeffrey. Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Bezos. Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos plays the bad guy.
You said it. Hey, honestly, I could actually see Jeffrey Bezos and Tony Stark getting in an epic robot fight because one has like enough money to be God and then the other one also has enough money to be God. And like, wait, is Tony Stark supposed to be Jeffrey Bezos? They both go to space and shit and have like spaceships. Like, what?
I can see Jeff Bezos like doing a shitty cameo in a Marvel movie, just going, "Hey, I really dig what you do." Right. Yeah. For those who don't know, he has a very distinguished laugh that Erin is obsessed with right now.
I'm allowed to make fun of his laugh because I also have a very distinguished laugh.
I'm just gonna. Okay, it's Jeff Bridges.
Hey!
You aren't gonna get it.
I was maybe.
Here is the plot summary of the first Iron Man, all the way back from 2008.
I hope they mention his nepotism because we shouldn't it needs to be included.
When you say nepotism, who was Tony Stark related to?
His dad.
That's right. Good job. Just wanted to make sure.
That's what nepotism is, dickweed.
A billionaire industrialist and genius inventor, Tony Stark, is conducting weapons tests overseas, but terrorists kidnap him to force him to build a devastating weapon. Instead, he builds an armored suit and upends his captors. Returning to America, Stark refines the suit and uses it to combat crime and terrorism.
even though technically by using the suit, Tony Stark was also committing terrorism, no?
You could argue that. Your synopsis wasn't terrible, but it's not like he just like whipped up the suit because he was a spoiled billionaire boy.
I actually thought he had a heart condition, which is...
Well, he does. It is kind of like tethered to his heart, the thing in his chest.
I thought the whole thing was that he had a heart condition. That was what I remembered about it.
I think the thing that he builds in his chest is partially built to like help keep shrapnel out of his heart, something like that. It is very tied to his heart physically.
Why did they not mention that Gwyneth Paltrow was a horrible actress?
I skipped that sentence.
She was awful in that movie. Ugh, just awful.
I do love Goop though. Next one from 2010, Iron Man 2.
Okay, this one I don't remember a lick about.
Did you see it though?
Yeah, I did.
Incredible. Listeners, I told you she's seen most of these movies. This is not an unfair quiz.
Well, I think I saw Iron Man 2 because I liked Iron Man, the first one, but I don't remember anything about it.
I'm shocked that you liked the first Iron Man, honestly.
Is this the one that Gwyneth Paltrow wasn't in? I think there was one that she wasn't in.
No, she's in this one.
Maybe only in the beginning. I can't remember. Anyway, okay.
You are once again wrong. Anyways, we're going to need that plot synopsis from Iron Man 2. What happens? Who's in it?
Tony Stark suffers from a heart condition that is debilitating without the external medical assistance of his bionic iron heart. The day is saved when Robin Williams, starring as Patch Adams, arrives.
You're not even trying.
And he is not only a doctor, but he also starred in a movie called
Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man.
I knew where you're going. I knew where you're going.
And so he has extensive experience with bionic organs in the medical field.
Hey, if you're listening to this, drink if you've ever watched Bicentennial Man starring Robin Williams.
In the end, Iron Man is saved. Robin Williams rocks. And there was probably a bad guy, but it doesn't really matter because Robin Williams still rocks. The end. Also, Gwyneth Paltrow is a bad actress. The end.
Eerily on the money with that one, honey. Let me tell you just a couple of details you missed, but it's really nitpicking. It's really, it's super close. Here's the plot synopsis according to Rotten Tomatoes, but what do they know? With the world now aware that he is Iron Man, billionaire inventor Tony Stark faces pressure from all sides to share his technology with the military. He is reluctant to divulge the secrets of his armored suit, fearing the information will fall into the wrong hands. With Pepper Potts, Gwyneth Paltrow, and Rhodey Rhodes, Don Cheadle, by his side, Tony must forge new alliances and confront a powerful new enemy.
Sometimes I wonder, was I that drunk watching the movie that I don't remember it?
Or do you remember Don Cheadle in it?
Or was it just that forgettable? I don't know.
Iron Man 2 was awfully forgettable. I think Marvel was very eager to make the sequel to their very successful Iron Man while also mapping out the road to Avengers and beyond. So they're like, fuck it, another sequel, pump it out. Let's go. The villain was super weak. It was a dude.
Who was the villain?
The villain, he was
Patch Adams?
He was played by the guy in The Wrestler. What's that guy's name? That big actor.
Mickey Rourke?
Yes, played by Mickey Rourke. And he had these electrical whips.
Oh, I remember that actually.
That was his big thing, which is hilarious to think. Once you see the types of villains Iron Man and the other Avengers face off against in future films, it's kind of quaint that the big bad in this movie is electrical whip guy. It's dumb. But that was the big bad.
I also think it's kind of fucked up that Patch Adams didn't get the credit he deserved. Because
yeah. I'm reading through the summary, honey, and I don't know why they failed to mention Robin Williams as Patch Adams / Bicentennial Man.
I mean, do you guys know anybody who is an organ transplant doctor that is also has experience being a robot and being a robot organ transplant doctor? I don't think so. Not even Dr. Erin can do that shit. You know?
Honey, you should wear a funny clown nose. It would make you funnier.
Beep beep.
Moving on, honey.
Okay.
So far, you're 2 for 2.
Oh, okay.
From the year 2013, your next film is Iron Man 3.
Oh my God.
Now, I don't think you saw this one.
I wouldn't be able to tell you if I did.
That's amazing. This is incredible. You probably did see it.
I don't know.
What happened in Iron Man 3? Let's hear.
In Iron Man 3.
Yeah. I saw it in theaters, and I don't think I could tell you.
Iron Man gets engaged.
Okay. That's honestly not a bad guess, given, like, you know, franchises and such. Okay.
Yeah. Iron Man gets engaged, but after a very tumultuous wedding planning, he's jilted at the altar. Iron Man's heart is broken.
Oh no. His actual robot
heart is broken. And the only way to save it is to go to Abu Dhabi with a bunch of his closest friends. Because there is Patch Adams has relocated there.
Oh,
and
right.
He needs to go see Patch, who also has experience being Bicentennial Man, to fix his heart.
You could say he could patch him up.
So Iron Man and his 3 closest friends go live it up in Abu Dhabi, making really funny puns.
Right.
And
as they do.
He even
the one-liners are so good.
Yeah, he runs into like his ex-lover at like the Mart.
Oh.
And
I hate you. I just realized what you were doing. It took me way too long. It took me this long to realize you're making a Sex and the City 2 joke. Fuck you. And fuck the listeners that got it before I did.
Well, technically, it was a mix of both movies because she was jilted at the altar in the first movie, and then they went to Abu Dhabi in the second movie.
It is.
But so they went to Abu Dhabi.
You crammed the whole duology in there.
And he ran into an ex-lover, and they had a kiss, and he was like, "Oh, should I be doing this? Because I was jilted at the altar, but also my ex-lover is married. But what are the odds we'd meet in Abu Dhabi?" And did you know there's a new season of an Iron Man TV show coming out?
Oh, that's great. Is it called And Just Like That?
No, it's called Fuck Pepper Potts. You ruined my life. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That is correct.
So also, Gwyneth Paltrow is a terrible actress.
Stop slandering Gwyneth Paltrow. For God's sake, she's our guest next week.
She's a terrible actress.
She's going to sell us goop.
Never have I ever watched a single Gwyneth Paltrow movie and not thought to myself, wow, I can tell you're acting right now. Like, yeah.
That's interesting. I've never felt that way about her, but I've also, I guess you could say, I've always been indifferent to her in film. Never once I've been like, wow, that Gwyneth Paltrow sure can act her way out of anything. But I've never thought of her as a bad actress, though, as you so clearly seem.
If I can tell that somebody is like, if I'm taken out of what I'm watching because I feel like I'm watching somebody act, unless it's comedic and supposed to be like I'm acting right now, like in I think you should leave.
Yeah.
Unless it's something like that where it's like
overacting. You're supposed to be up. Yeah.
You're a bad actor. You think about a TV show like Dave.
No, that's real.
You can't. You don't even think about it. You literally just feel like you're watching like a vlog or something. If I'm watching something and I can tell you're acting,
it takes you out of it.
You have a shitty fucking British accent, which she does, by the way. Every time she tries to do a British accent, I immediately am like, what? No, stop. So anyway, fuck Pepper Potts. Iron Man 3. That's the subtitle. Iron Man 3, fuck Pepper Potts.
You're also right.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, going on with acting, as a content creator, you could say the same thing. What you just said, you can apply that same philosophy to editing, usually. Well, editing in film. YouTube's different, but editing in film should also be unnoticeable, invisible. That was what they kept teaching us in film school, and it makes it like the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. You notice when an edit's weird and awkward and where there are jump cuts. You point them out to me all the time in TV and film. You're like, wait, stop, pause, rewind. Yeah, that was weird. What happened? And you know, it's funny. Martin Scorsese does a lot of that, like often intentionally, but like you'll notice that like shots don't exactly match. An actor is like they're eating spaghetti in one shot, and then but like when they reverse the camera, they're sipping wine, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not what that part. And Martin Scorsese, like, he doesn't care. He's like, no, it's all about like the acting and the storytelling. But there are a lot of inconsistencies in his movies. Good editing should be invisible, and sometimes you have to know the rules to break them.
Thanks, Jack.
That was film school.
How much money did you pay for that degree?
Okay, anywho,
Jack's like, I didn't pay nothing. My parents paid for it because I'm a spoiled little nepotistic bitch. Yeah.
That's a fun word.
Meanwhile, I
nepotism.
literally just paid off my last student loan payment like literally last month. So
Hey, congrats!
I graduated college.
I didn't know that you finished paying off your student loans.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That's huge.
Yeah. I graduated college.
And you're what, 23, right? That's great.
I graduated college in 2009.
I genuinely did not know you just finished paying off your student loans.
I did. Yes.
That's worth celebrating.
Drink up.
Have some skunked wine.
Have some skunky wine.
Iron Man 3. Here's the official plot. Please don't interrupt me. This is all very important. Plagued with worry and insomnia since saving New York from destruction, Tony Stark is more dependent on the suits that give him his Iron Man persona. So much so that every aspect of his life is affected, including his relationship with Pepper Potts.
Ugh.
After a malevolent enemy known as the Mandarin, Ben Kingsley, reduces his personal world to rubble, Tony must rely solely on instinct and ingenuity to avenge his losses and protect the people he loves. Runtime, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
It's funny. Ben Kingsley like always plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
What? Must
Except when
that-
he's Gandhi.
Well.
Could you argue Gandhi's the bad guy? That's a whole other podcast. But no, he does. He absolutely he frequently does.
What must that be like to live a life like waking up and you look in the mirror and you're like, people think I'm bad?
Probably
like,
really
literally,
fun.
People just look at
Really
me and
fun.
think I'm bad. No, that would be like, how are you supposed
Well, here's
to
the
like?
deal. Here's the deal with Ben Kingsley and this movie, but a few things. I think, one, first and foremost, I think nothing is more fun in acting than playing the bad guy. Like, come on. The good guy is boring. Playing back, hamming it up, and boy, does he ham it up in this movie. Got to be super fun from an acting perspective. Two, specifically to this movie. I won't spoil it for you. I'm sure of you. I mean, like, it's an 8-year-old movie, but there's a really cool twist and a turn leading up to the release of this movie. The hype was huge. All the trailers.
The hype is
were
always
really
huge.
But
it doesn't count.
the trailers really like made him out to be like this big mysterious threat. He would narrate. He was like, "Mr. Stark, I've been watching." And it's like black and white grainy footage, kind of like terrorist vibes. And you're like, "Ooh, who is this Mandarin?" When you watch the movie and the twist happens,
He's Edward Snowden.
he's
Holy shit.
That's exactly right. Next movie.
Ah.
Erin.
Yes.
And I think you've seen this.
Okay.
Released in 2012, 1 year prior to Iron Man 3. Going a little out of order here. Marvel's The Avengers. Can you tell me what happens?
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen The Avengers?
No.
Okay.
I've seen an Avengers movie, but not The Avengers. I saw some Avengers movie
Yeah.
with you.
Well, we'll get to that one. Yeah.
in
yeah.
like 2015 or
Yeah,
something.
we'll get to that one. You never saw the original one. Well, I would love to hear your guess onto what The Avengers is about. Who's in it? Who's the baddie? And who are the goodies? Name some of the Avengers that fight against the baddie, and also name the baddie.
I actually probably know more Avengers than you think I do.
Let's hear it.
Should I name their characters or should I name...
Whatever you're comfortable with. You can do a mishmash. If you don't know a character, name the actor. If you don't know the actor, name the character, vice versa.
All right, Chris Evans is Captain America.
Yes.
Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Yes.
Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Spider-Man an Avenger? Don't tell me. No, he's not. No. Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Very nice. Very good.
Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye.
Very good. And I should mention, did you know this? Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow makes her debut in Iron Man 2. Something that the synopsis neglected to mention.
And something that I forgot to tell you, I don't care about.
Well, I set you up for that. Okay.
So
Anyone? Okay.
how many am I missing?
How many are you missing? Oh, there is at least one that I can think of. Big guy.
Hulk. Mark Ruffalo,
There you go.
the Hulk.
Very good. Oh, and there's also this guy. I'm covering one of my eyes, listeners, with my hand.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard the Avenger. That's correct.
Oh, Samuel L. Jackson.
That's right.
Wait, I thought he was like their coach.
Yeah.
He's not an Avenger.
No, but he is like
He's
their.
like
You could call him the coach.
He models the way. He's their leader.
Yeah, I just wanted to like see if you knew that he was in it or like knew him, knew of him.
What's his name?
His name is
Left eye?
His name is
Right eye.
His name is
One eye?
I almost said
Patch Adams. Patch Adams. Oh my gosh. It comes full circle. Oh my God. You don't know his name.
I almost said Nick Cage. That's not right. It's
What?
I know.
The heck?
It's Nick. Oh my God. What's his fucking name? I literally have to look. Oh my
Saint
God.
Nick. Nick Kroll.
Oh my God.
Nick Elodian. Nick at Night. Nick them in the bud. Nick Knack. Patty Whack. Nick a Doodle Dandy.
So
Nick.
hard. Jesus Christ, Nick Fury.
You're so bad at this.
I forgot Nick Fury's name.
If you're
for
gonna give
a
a
solid
quiz on
2
something,
minutes.
you need to be the expert in the room.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
So yeah, he plays Nick Fury. Okay.
Did I get all of them?
I think you did. I think you got all the good guys. Who's the bad guy? Who's the baddie in the Avengers 2012? And you do know this guy.
Loki.
Yes.
Tom Hiddleston.
Good job.
Dude, I'm a Swiftie forever, okay? I will never forget the season that was Tom Hiddleston and the I Heart TS, okay? That was an epic July 4th party that we all got to see on all the covers of magazines and Instagram.
Sorry, I'm still mad at myself for not getting Nick Fury. That's embarrassing.
We're all mad at you for that.
Do you want to try to? So you've named.
Yeah, here's the basis of the movie.
What's the plot?
Loki steals the time crystal.
Okay.
And tries to go back in time to stop the bubonic plague from happening.
Well, okay.
And it sounds like it's a good thing, but it's actually a bad thing because the world population is too much and we need to reduce the world population. So Loki, who is brothers with Thor, which you didn't think I knew, did ya? Did ya?
No, I'd be disappointed if you didn't know that.
Did ya? Yeah. And Loki steals the time crystal from Thor because Thor got it because he actually had sex with Black Widow, and the Black Widow
Thank
was
you for whispering
the,
it to censor it.
the timekeeper. She was the timekeeper,
Oh,
and then he was like,
Yeah.
like it's kind of like the ring from Lord of the Rings. Like once you see it, you're like, that's mine.
Oh wow.
And so like
you're going full nerd. I love it.
Thor stole the time crystal after their one night stand, and he ditched her, and she woke up and she was like, damn it, not only did he like ditch me, but also he took my time crystal. And then he was like, it's my time crystal. And then Loki
Just like that.
stole the time crystal from him. And he was like, oh, Thor is such a dumbass. He's too big to have an actual brain. He's going to go back in time and stop the bubonic plague from happening.
There it is.
Because he is chaotic as fuck.
Chaotic.
And
He
so
is.
like he's like, I don't know bubonic plague here, because what happened was that actually in his past life he died from the bubonic plague, and so he was like, we're gonna stop that right now.
This is a very long 3 sentences.
So he actually eradicated the world of rats, and fast forward to today, he still has that time crystal, but there are no more rats in our backyard. And
Okay, this is wish fulfillment. This
ta-da!
is your wish fulfillment. This
That
isn't a plot summary. This is what you wish would happen.
Is what happened in the original Avengers. It was so good. I'm pretty sure it got like a 90%. Like, we eradicated the world of rats. It was awesome, you know?
It was awesome.
No more car damage.
I will say I'm a little disappointed at how close you were with the time crystal. Let me read you the plot synopsis, and you're gonna scream like a banshee.
My time crystal.
Here's the official synopsis. When Thor's evil brother Loki gains access to the unlimited power of the energy cube called the Tesseract. Yeah.
What does it do? Does it make you jump time?
It doesn't make you jump time. It makes you teleport. You can travel through different dimensions.
Time.
It's basically a portal.
It's a time portal.
It's not a time machine. That's actually a different, well, we'll get there. It's a different, what some would call Infinity Stone.
So I win. I got it right.
Nick Fury, director of S.H.I.E.L.D., initiates a superhero recruitment effort to defeat the unprecedented threat to Earth. Joining Fury's dream team are Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, the Black Widow, and Hawkeye. You got all the goodies. You even got the baddie. And you even nailed the MacGuffin, which is, it's not like a time crystal, but it's close. It's a tesseract for all intents and purposes, the same thing.
So what's my prize?
Your prize is an A+ and a big kiss from me.
Ew. It's like an anti-prize.
Cucked again. All right, I want to do another movie that I know you've seen because we saw it together in theaters. Are you ready? Honey, this is a film we saw in theaters in the year of our Lord 2015. As you can guess, it is titled Marvel's The Avengers: Age of Ultron. What happens in the movie that you saw with me 6 years ago in theaters? Go.
Wait, can you remind me? This is not the one. No, that was Thor. Okay.
I can't remind you. This is cheating.
I don't remember seeing. Well, okay, this is literally all I remember from that movie.
Okay. Please.
Bow and arrow dude lives in the middle of nowhere, and we sought refuge in his house with his normal wife, and I can't remember if there were normal kids or not. Oh! And Thor magically goes back in time to like his dad or like other Greek gods or something. And I remember just being like, what the fuck is happening? Right. Where does this come from? What is that? What is like who are these people? That's all I remember. Oh, and the wife, bow and arrow dude, his wife was played by the girl from Freaks and Geeks, Linda Cardellini, who is now also in the Netflix show Dead to Me. Mm-hmm. That's what I remember. So here's the plot of that movie.
Hit me.
Oh! I remember also.
She remembers everything.
There was a. Oh crap. I also remember thinking the Black Widow had no actual powers. Like I was like, what is your purpose here? What are we doing? At least the bow and arrow guy is good with the bow and arrow. What are you good at? Speedy lady. No, she was a witch.
Good save.
She was a witch, and she had a brother. She had a brother who was a speedy lady.
She did have a brother.
And he was very. Oh, he died. And
this is very good.
She did not die.
She did not die.
In fact, I feel like she switched sides or something.
Go on. Trust your feelings.
Her name was Scarlet Witch, and she was played by not Ashley or Mary Kate Olsen, but Elizabeth Olsen.
Right.
Who used to actually date Tom Hiddleston in real life.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's weird.
But now she's married to somebody else, so she's off the market.
So weird.
And they were a band of brothers, those Avengers, and they sought refuge in the middle of nowhere from the Scarlet Witch and the Speedy Boy. And
can you remember any other villains? In fact, there was a big bad.
Yeah, the Hulk was a bad guy. The Hulk couldn't not Hulk out, and Hulk caused a lot of damage to not only physical damage but emotional damage.
That's right.
His
baby,
friends
the worst
were
kind.
all very upset because like Hulk couldn't Hulk it in. You know what I mean? I need you to Hulk that shit back in.
Rein it in. Hulk it in, buddy.
And he couldn't do that. And so like
that's right. That did happen.
So that happened. And
anything else? Any other villains though? There's like a big villain in that movie. In fact, I even said his name in the title of the movie.
Ultron? I don't remember Ultron.
Ultron was a robot.
I don't remember Ultron.
You don't remember the robot?
Nope. I remember Scarlet Witch because she could cast spells on people.
Yeah, she could.
And she would like hypnotize them and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember Speedy Boy.
That's right.
And they were like twins. They were like Russian twins or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
they were
some Eastern European.
Yeah, they were Eastern European twins. And Scarlett Johansson is also pretty worthless. Like, not as worthless as Gwyneth Paltrow, but she's pretty worthless. She also always immediately takes me out of a movie. Like, I always know when she's acting.
She has one superpower, though. When she lands in a
she
really cool,
leather
sexy
and it
pose.
Bends. It bends when she wears leather.
Yeah, that's a superpower. It's hard to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that was the plot.
I don't even want to read you the plot because you kind of nailed like everything.
I actually remembered more than I thought I would, so fuck you.
I'm very impressed.
And fuck you too.
I'm not even going to read this because you nailed basically everything. The reason the team, I believe, if memory serves, the reason the team hides away at Hawkeye's and wife's place in the middle of nowhere isn't to get away from Scarlet Witch. I think it's really to get away from Ultron because they're off the grid and Ultron hacks into like the internet. He's everywhere at once. So they're like, let's go to the middle of nowhere in this cabin.
It's so dumb.
where we can regroup and focus our synergy and really focus on our teamwork and friendship.
Can we talk about how we actually need to work on the Avengers and their skills? Because they've got Captain America who can fly and is an actual freak of nature. And we've got Thor who is also actual freak of nature, who's a mythological,
a literal god.
God.
Literal god.
And then we have a guy that is like Katniss from the Hunger Games. I don't
Arrow.
No, I saw the Hunger Games. I get it. I picked the other guy. Just because that guy volunteered his tribute does not make him a superhero. Oh, and then we got Iron Man. That guy's fucking made of bionic fluid and shit.
Mm-hmm.
You want that guy on your team, but then you have Black Widow. What are you doing here? You can ride a motorcycle.
She can do a backflip sometimes.
What can you do? What are you doing here? What do you actually accomplish? I need skills. Help me understand what you do. I just think we could have done better.
It's quite the hodgepodge when it comes to the team companionship.
You know what we could have done?
What's that?
So we could have held a mirror in front of the Scarlet Witch when she tried to hypnotize us, and then she would have hypnotized herself, and then we could have hypnotized her.
A Medusa scenario.
And then we could have hypnotized her to be part of the Avengers, and then we actually have an actual superhero Avenger, and we kick Black Widow, and we're like, hey, Black Widow, go hang out with Speedy Dude, pales in comparison.
Well, to their credit, they do, by the movie's end, switch sides and help the Avengers fight the evil Ultron and his age.
But the goal is that we need to get rid of Black Widow.
Well, I have good news for you. She definitely dies.
She does?
Not in that movie, but yes.
Black Widow dies?
She dies in a movie that I won't grill you about because you haven't seen it. But
wait, but they just came out with the Black Widow movie.
Oh, we're gonna talk.
So she's suing Disney because of this Black Widow. Is that why she's so pissed? Because she's this is my last payday I'm ever gonna get.
I mean,
is that why?
I think that's
because
partially
this is her last movie that she's supposed to be in.
We're gonna talk about that later in a follow-up bit for tonight.
Okay.
After this,
okay,
and before horoscopes.
Okay.
Out of the rest of these movies, there are 3 that I know you've seen. And I want to give you a choice.
I've seen 3 additional Marvel Universe movies.
Yes, you have.
Okay, one of them has to be Spider-Man because I love Tom Holland.
In fact, 2 of them are Spider-Man, Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And one is Thor Ragnarok.
I have seen that one.
I want to give you the choice. This is because I feel like I've tortured you long enough. I'll name them for you. Which film would you like to give the final plot summary for? Thor Ragnarok or Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man Far From Home?
So I saw Thor on an airplane to Hawaii, I'm pretty sure. They were serving me free Mai Tais and wine.
That makes any movie better.
I don't remember a whole lot about it except for that delightful little character played by that New Zealand. Was it Taika Waititi or?
Wait, yeah, Taika Waititi.
That's all I remember from it. The other 2 Spider-Men movies.
That's grammatically correct. That's what you call them. The Spider-Men.
I saw at home in the comfort of my living room.
Yes, you did.
I would like to describe the plot of Spider-Man Homecoming.
I thought as much because I believe you fell asleep during Spider-Man Far From Home.
Why must you out me like that?
Because it's fun. So tell me, honey, what happens?
I don't fall asleep during that many movies. Only Marvel
This quiz
movies.
would prove otherwise.
I know, only Marvel movies and bad movies, but really mostly Marvel movies.
What the hell happens in 2017's Spider-Man Homecoming?
So, in 2017's Spider-Man Homecoming,
yes,
what happened was Tom Holland has extra Spidey senses.
Okay.
And he gets this weird level of not only physical changes, but mental changes.
Oh?
Yeah. He starts to be able to sense things that don't make a ton of sense to him at the time. But he's I know that this is real. I know this is true. And so he has this overwhelming energy in his head. And he's I need to be with my one true love. And he shows up at my front door and he has a ring in hand And it just so happens to be the ring that I have always dreamed of. What's weird about
we
this,
remember this movie so differently.
Yeah, what's weird is that it was like actually like manifested by me on like a Pinterest page. From
wow. Did you make a vision board?
Yeah, I made a vision board, and like he just shows
Those
up with
always
this
work.
ring, and he's like, listen, I know I don't know you, and I know that you don't know me, but you need to trust me. I have spidey senses. Let me show you. And he does some like whew, whew, whew,
Right.
whew stuff around like the
Flipping.
front yard.
Uh-huh.
He's like, look, see, I'm like part spider.
Right.
It's wild. But also, I have ESP and I can predict the future and I get like weird vibrations inside me. And I was drawn to you and I need you to be my wife.
And he's like, do you want weird vibrations in you?
And I was like, oh my God. I've been having this same dream for 3 years now that this exact thing would happen. Of course I will. What's your name again? And he's like, my name's Tom. I'm British. And I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, wow. So he just gives up his
Hi.
his secret identity just like that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's so cool.
I am Tom.
It's so cool. And then we lived happily ever after. And then the next movie, the sequel, we go to Abu Dhabi. But like,
Oh, my God.
this one, I don't get jilted at the altar. We
Right. It's much better.
live happily ever after. And I get to be with not only a man of my dreams, but because literally I've been having dreams about him every day for a year, 3 years. I don't know. I've been having dreams about him for years, but also he is part spider.
He is. I mean, I guess you kind of got that part right.
The end. They lived happily ever after.
I'm not even going to bother reading the actual plot summary because it's not nearly as fun as your lovely fantasy movie.
Also, if you guys haven't seen the Tom Holland lip sync battle,
Oh my God,
singing
you're
in
so
the
obsessed
rain
with this.
umbrella sequence, please go on YouTube.
Everyone's seen it. They've all seen it.
Look up
I
Tom
promise they've seen
Holland
it.
lip sync battle, singing in the rain. You're welcome.
So the takeaway from this little segment is you fall asleep during all the good Marvel movies.
Listen, a girl boss needs her rest, okay?
That's right. You know, a girl boss can only spend so many hours of the day girl bossing. I get that. Inner peace is great and all, but you know what's better? Making it to level 1000 in Best Fiends. That's what true satisfaction feels like. Currently, I'm at level 69, and I kind of love how you can play all the puzzles offline. Because once you download Best Fiends, you can play anywhere, even without an internet connection, which is great whenever you're stuck somewhere without Wi-Fi. Collect tons of fiends that get powered up as you play more levels. Every win brings new challenges, thousands of puzzles to play. And on top of that, new in-game events are added all the time. In other words, you're not gonna run out of stuff to do with Best Fiends. So go ahead and let enough is never enough be your new mantra. Download Best Fiends for free from the App Store or Google Play. Plus, earn even more with $5 worth of in-game rewards when you reach level 5. That's friends without the R. Best Fiends. Honey,
Yes.
do you think it's time for my favorite recurring segment, horoscopes?
Only if I get to hold the time crystal this time.
You haven't been good, but because I'm a giver, I will let you hold the time crystal.
Thank you.
Of course.
Ladies and gents, we are still in Leo season.
That's
and
right.
with Leo season, we are going to celebrate by reading Leo's horoscope first and foremost.
Leo. What day is it again? August 9th? Damn, this Leo season is really dragging on. Anyway, okay, where was I? Oh yes, Leo season. Ugh, why'd you have to remind me? I've already made it clear that I think this season is dragging on. We're in the real cat days of summer now. Get it? Because Leo's a lion and a lion is a cat, and usually the saying is dog days of summer. Well, whatever. I thought it was clever. Okay, anyway, where was I? Shit, damn, Leo season. I get it. Stop harassing me already. We get it. It's effing Leo season. Stop rubbing it in. If you're not careful, I'm going to call the popo on your ass, and then you'll be sorry. Wow, way to go. Now you've all gone and made me waste all the allotted time talking about stuff, and we didn't even have a chance to wish Anna Kendrick from Pitch Perfect, Pitch Perfect 2, and Pitch Perfect 3 a happy birthday. Just for that, everyone listening to this needs to watch Twilight tonight in her honor, or else a lion is going to escape from the closest zoo and eat you in the middle of the night, like that time a rhino came out of nowhere and gobbled up James's parents in James and the Giant Peach. I was there. I saw it happen, and it'll happen to you too. Also, you can still Venmo us at Leah's Are Back and Back for Good. Where to begin? Where to begin with that one?
Wow.
Christ almighty.
Shit.
Happy birthday, Anna Kendrick.
Happy birthday, Anna Kendrick.
Dedicating this podcast and all future podcasts to you.
Well, no, just this one. It's August 9th.
All future podcasts.
It's August 9th.
Can we get Anna Kendrick on the show next week? Thank you, guys. That'd be great.
Virgo. You will receive a fateful phone call today. It's from your dear Aunt Gummy, and she just found out about Tinder. This conversation will be fun for a short while, and your Aunt Gummy will crack fun jokes like, which way do I swipe to make him marry me? But then it will get awkward about 10 minutes in when your Aunt Gummy says, so which way do I swipe to make him marry me? And your dear Aunt Gummy makes this joke a third time. Well, let's just say the mood will shift to an indescribable sadness. Aunt Gummy, you have to let Uncle Bum Bum go. R.I.P.
It's true, though.
Uncle Bum Bum's not dead.
Oh, he's not?
He just left her for
see, I didn't know which way to take it.
a much younger woman
The vessel did not add R.I.P. That was purely Erin.
happens to work at the local grocery store. So every single time that Aunt Gummy has to eat,
how embarrassing. She bumps into
by
her past.
Her past. It's horrible.
That is horrible. That is a hell. That's a certain kind of hell.
I don't blame her for wanting Tinder to be a mail order.
It's an escape.
Yeah.
That's why I have a Tinder. I love it. It's an escape.
Same.
You too. Yes, you get it.
Yeah.
Libra. Channel your inner girl boss, Libra, because the opportunity of a lifetime is coming your way. This week, you will receive a random DM from someone you met one time. Embrace this connection because this is the opportunity of a lifetime. This person will tell you how you can be a girl boss of your own company, selling a miracle essential oils that are proven to cure irritable bowel syndrome, dandruff, leprosy, hangnails, halitosis, scabies, cast spells on your bullies, body odor, and the Delta variant. Wow! This is the opportunity of a lifetime. All you have to do is spend a few $1,000s per month and then recruit every person you've ever met in your entire life to also join the company. You'll be out earning Jeffrey Bezos in no time. Wow. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Lucky you.
Lucky you.
That sounds like really sound
gosh.
And sage business advice.
So if what I'm hearing you say, Libra is going to win the lottery
and
this
then
week.
some. I think they're going to win 1,000 lotteries.
Holy crap.
For only a few $1,000s a month? That's nothing.
That's a steal.
That is a steal. I mean, hey, you got to spend something to make something.
What?
You
What?
got to spend something to make something.
You gotta spend something to make something. What?
Honey, I told you that wine was skunked. Why did you keep drinking it? I told you this. You never listen.
Oh my gosh, what if it actually increased the alcohol percentage and that was why you went on that rant?
And another thing about Thanos, you know, he's interesting. And I'll tell you why.
Apparently. Scorpio. You have a weirdly strong chemistry with whatever zodiac sign was before this one. I don't know. I wasn't listening. But yeah, you guys should bone. Yeah, you guys should bone. You guys should bone until you have like 10 babies. And then you should name them all Kyle, but spelled different ways. Imagine how fun it will be when you introduce one of your kids as Kyle with a Q and shit. Ha 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 ha. Oh wait, Jeffrey Bezos laughed. Ha 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 ha. Holy fuck. Y'all nasty. Also, I'm kind of into the Kyle with a Q.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Especially because it's Q. You know what I mean? Wink, wink.
Don't. Why
wink,
would you say that?
Wink, wink.
Why would you say that?
We're E for Erin. We're allowed to do whatever we want on this podcast, right?
Oh my God.
By the way, no. Q
We
is
are
bad.
kidding.
It was a joke. /S.
Thank you.
S.
Yeah, big /S.
Okay, it was a
/S.
joke. Q is bad. Imagine a Q, but with a frowny face on the inside.
Sagittarius. Hope you enjoyed your time in Ibiza, Sagittarius, because it'll be the last time you go anywhere for a long, long time. Remember that ground pizza that you ate and then turned into a clout-chasing opportunity? Yeah, well, because you are engaging in such risky behavior, the government is worried you may have created a new type of novel virus, and now you're on the no-fly list and strict quarantine for the rest of 2021. Damn, hope the AdSense was worth it. You know, that damn ground pizza is haunting. It really is haunting those Sagittarius idiots.
I think where Sagittarius really fucked up was where they used their own just like character flaws.
Sure.
Of being hungry.
It's their own downfall, you could say.
That they used it as a clout chasing opportunity, and I think that's where karma really nipped them in the butt.
That chick that licked the toilet seat, total Sagittarius. On the airplane.
Total Sagittarius.
Hey, she got her clout, she got her fame, but at what cost? Oh right, COVID.
But that came after. She got a bunch of other shit from the toilet seat.
Right. Hey, Sagittarius, lay off the ground pizza. Not good for you.
Capricorn. Before I read this next horoscope, and let me just say, it is a doozy.
Ooh.
I'd like to make an announcement.
Please.
My husband doesn't know this.
Oh?
But yesterday, I purchased a 4th dog.
Honey.
Thank you, Amazon and Jeffrey Bezos.
Oh no.
She is a toy American Eskimo. She weighs 5 pounds, and she doesn't really, quote, bark so much as she, quote, screams. She has frequent night terrors and must always be touching a human. Her favorite color is blue, and she has an irrational fear of all furniture and anyone over 40.
Okay.
That's good. She'll stay away from me in just a few years. I haven't named her yet, but I'm torn between Gumdrop and Bezos, which means kisses in Espanol.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Just like Jeffrey. Jeffrey kisses. She's still in the box, but I made sure to poke lots of air holes and give her loads of her favorite food, string cheese. Anyway, here's your horoscope. It's time for a haircut.
Oh, cool. Good to know. Thanks, Capricorn.
I'm leaning towards Bezos.
Oh, yeah? You don't like Gumdrop so much?
I like kisses and Espanol.
I think Bezos is a beautiful name for our 4th 5-pound dog.
Jeffrey kisses.
Jeffrey kisses. Aquarius. Yo, Aquarius, I've got some bad news. The test results are in, and your mama is real dumb. Your mama is so dumb that when I tried to channel her horoscope, she asked me if I could make it look like Kanye West. And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean? And she said, yeah, you know, where there's like a 3D image and it looks like the real thing. And I was like, OMG, you idiot. That's a hologram. And she was like, oh. And remember when I said there was bad news? Yeah, we gotta put your mom down because she was such a stupid dum-dum. At least she only got half her genes though. Am I right? Oh, that's tragic. That's tragic.
Is it tragic?
When your horoscope is your mother's obituary dressed as a yo mama joke, that's pretty tragic. That's a devastating way to find out about 2 things. A, your mom's death, and B, she wasn't that intelligent. That's like bad news and worse news. I'm so sorry out there, guys. But them's the ropes. Them's the horoscopes / holograms.
Lissai.
I really like the, what? What are you talking? That was awesome. Because I didn't know where it was going either. Oh, good job, Vessel.
Pisces. Before you is a long hallway, dimly lit. On your left is a door marked crab. On your right is a door marked not crab. To enter the door on your left, turn to page 124. To enter the door on your right, turn to page 48.
Ooh, I love a choose your own adventure. Okay. All right, I'll think about that.
I'm going toward crab. As a Cancer myself.
Sure, naturally.
Cancer the crab.
I think that's predictable.
I'm going to crab. That's all.
I'm curious what's behind door marked not crab. Like what does that mean? I don't know. We may never find out.
Stupid. Because I'm going to crab.
You're going to crab?
Final answer, page 128. 124.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to buy that Goosebumps book when it comes out.
With the sparkly cover?
Oh my God. Remember the sparkly covers?
Of course.
Goosebumps art is greater than Goosebumps books. Aries. You're in for a tough one today, Aries, as the universe is about to make you have an unsettling encounter with Uranus. Ew, get your mind out of the gutter. Uranus the butthole, not the planet. As if. I'd never let you encounter that dumpster fire of a planet. Preparation H will be key this week. Lovely shifting of expectations. Also, Uranus is a stupid, dumb gas planet. You can't even land on it in your Bezos spaceship, so who cares?
I know, it's a dumpster fire. That's what even if
a literal fire.
If the gods who are like appreciative and grateful for all beings and planets and all that, if they are saying that Uranus is a dumpster fire, then they mean Uranus is a dumpster fire of a planet.
Don't not listen to the gods.
Yeah. They know what they're talking about.
You're going to ignore them? Okay. Butthole.
Taurus. Unlike I recommended, you enter the door marked not crab.
Ooh.
On the other side, you see a gathering of people. Wait, no, that's not right. They're shaped like people, but their skin is wriggling around like Jell-O. Oh my God, it suddenly hits you. These aren't people at all. They're crabs wearing human suits.
Oh my God.
Masquerading as people. One of the quote-unquote humans turns to you and yells, "Hello, fellow human, we are not." To go back the way you came, turn to page 22. To stay in the room and see how this weird crab shit plays out, turn to page 580. Oh, I'm seeing how this shit plays out.
Yeah, I kind of want to turn to page 582.
I'm going to page 580.
Yeah.
Though, if this were a real Goosebumps book, trust when I say the last page in the book is 580, and like, oh, the crabs then approach you and eat you, and they put their pinchers in you, and they suck out all your, like, that's how like Goosebumps usually
That is
ended.
exactly, yeah, that is
It'd
usually.
be like if you like approach danger,
it
always ended in like literally a paragraph.
Yes,
it was
super
like,
short.
oh!
Super short, like, oh, I died. And you could tell before you even read the text, if it was super short, you're like, oh, I guess I died.
Yeah. Oh,
those are a good way to cheat too. If you're like, because you would like, you'd hold your place with your fingers, and you'd flip to page 580, be like, oh, never mind, I died there. Whoop. Gemini, we meet again. Which of your two faces did you bring with you today? The backstabbing, fat-shaming side, or the front-stabbing, fat-shaming side? Yeah, we all know how your chaotic evil mind works. I suggest finding a good hiding place, Gemini, because Aries is having a tough time with their you-know-what, and they are not happy about it. So seeing your face is going to send them over the edge. I'd suggest you carry Preparation H with you at all times in case you have a run-in. Oh, and make sure to report Sagittarius to the Popo if you see them out and about they are under strict quarantine orders. And we know that little rascal loves to bend and break the rules. Oh, and make sure to avoid Libra at all costs, because they're definitely going to try to swindle you into joining an MLM scheme. Oh, and would you make sure to wish Anna Kendrick a happy birthday this year? You forgot last year, and she was pretty pissed. Okay, that's all. Good luck, Godspeed, and eat shit, you two-faced fat-shaming bitch! A very vengeful god must have written that one about Gemini.
I think they used to date a Gemini, and it didn't go well.
Oh, gotcha. That explains a lot.
I'm not sure, but a friend of a friend told me that maybe there was some fat shaming involved, and now that's like universally applied. And
no, that's their trait, yeah.
I just vessel.
Yep, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I ain't blaming the messenger.
I just vessel. Cancer. You stay in the room to see how this weird crab shit plays out.
Oh, good.
Hello, fellow human, you yell back. How do you do? The crab people surround you, murmuring approvingly in their crab language. One tries to high-five you, but its arm, being made entirely of crabs, falls off.
Ooh.
Tell me you are not crab without telling me you are not crab, it yells. Before you can answer, you wake up. You're back in your bedroom, your body cold with sweat. You turn over to see Aunt Gummy facing you. Oh, Uncle Bum Bum, she coos. This Goosebumps book sucks.
What a weird note to go out on, Cancers. I don't know what that means.
Well, I guess the good news is that it was all a dream. But also, I know in my heart of hearts that my crab people, their arms would not be made of crabs. Their arms would be actual crab arms. And that's what I know in my heart of hearts. And that's how I know that that's just a nightmare and not a dream. The dream is that all crabs be united and all cancers be united at the end.
I just don't think you're picturing it right. I think it's literally just like a human suit stuffed with crabs.
Yeah, I don't think it would be like that. Have you ever seen a soft shell crab? Its shell is so soft, it's very malleable, and it can mold to the human suit. So I don't think it would need to be made of a bunch of crabs. It would be one giant crab that is moldable to the human form.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree, honey?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm a doctor after all. So I've seen this shit.
Only in title.
And brain.
No.
And life.
No.
And spirit.
Mm-mm.
And energy. And soul. And song.
And song.
And song.
Well, that about wraps up our episode of Erin is the Dr. Funny One, or whatever this cursed episode is.
Dr. Erin is here in the house. Dr. Erin is in the house.
I will not. I refuse.
That is what this episode is called. Thank you all for joining us. Let me know if you want to subscribe to tier 77 of my Patreon, where we cut off Jack Films' nose and tongue. Let me know. Also, if you're interested in my feet pics, Patreon level 1.
For the low price of $50 a month.
Yeah, just very, very few dollars. Very few dollars.
Considering what you're getting, come on, guys.
Also, thank you for tuning in this week. Would love for you guys to join our party next week.
Please.
And can't wait to hear from you guys on Twitter. Again.
Let us know everything.
No, me. I am the one that interacts with people. You just read and keep scrolling. I am the one that at least presses the like button because I love when people interact with me. Thanks again, guys. Please tune in next week. We are going to have Incel Andy on as a guest host.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, And Klondike is going to be our celebrity guest.
Fantastic. We'll see if we can get her.
Yeah, she just as like a game, we're going to have her play Heads Up with Incel Andy.
Love it.
It's going to be wild. Tune in. Thank you so much for coming to our party this week. This week was like a little bit of a chill hang.
It was.
I'd say. It was like a movie night. That's what
It was a movie night.
We had a movie night party.
We did, without watching a movie.
But next week, it's going to get wild because we're going to play Heads Up with Klondike and Incel Andy.
Oh, I can't wait to see how this plays out.
Godspeed. Be good. Thanks so much.
Till next time.